what this is going to do, we're going to do a render pass where we can see the UVs or the wireframe on this. Now there are two ways to do this, or there's many ways to do this. The way I'm going to show you is going to be interesting because it's going to be able to maintain the subdivision low res mesh right here. Alright? Whereas if we did in another way, another version, which I'll post the other way as somebody else has done a tutorial where we use the contours from Mental-Ray. So there's a few different ways to do this. One way the way I'm going to show today is going to allow us to continue to see the low resolution mesh right here. The other way is using an automatic way through Maya's contours. See features here. This thing contours, and this through the contours you are able to also render this mesh. But unfortunately, if you use this style of rendering, you don't get to. It's going to render the subdivisions, and it'll be high resolution. So sometimes in this case, I want to show off the fact that I've been able to keep this pretty low polygon. The total, I mean, it's only 34,000 faces for this entire character. So look for the other version of rendering wireframe in Facebook page, but in this case, I'll just show you this way. So I'm going to grab this character again. I don't want the floor, and I'm going to create a new layer, and I'm going to call this wireframe. Okay, and again I'm going to go to indirect lighting, and I'm going to turn final gathering, create layer override off. I don't need final gathering, and I don't want to see my IBL. Create layer override, turn that off. I don't want to see my IBL here. Alright, so now what? Now I'm going to go to Hypershade, and I'm going to create a surface shader here, and I'm going to call this head wireframe. Okay. And a surface shade does not need any lighting. So I'm going to go to Out Color, File, and I'm going to find that UV that I created before, something like this. Now, behind the scenes, I have already gone through and changed my UVs for most of my eye from black and white to white and black, white background, black. So the only one I haven't done is this glove, so I need to change this over and invert, adjustment, invert, and then I just need to save this, okay, and close that. So I want it to be white background, black lines, okay. And what am I going to do? This head right here, I'm going to head wireframe, put that here, and so if I turn on hardware shading to be color and high, what we'll see is you can see the lines, and the lines correspond exactly to the wireframe itself. Alright, and we're going to do this for everything, the eyes, for the body. So I need one for the body, this scarf, so 1, 2, 3, 4 surface shaders. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. Not doing it. Okay. And we'll do this body wireframe. I'm going to add this one on. So look for body UV, Impmon body UVs. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to add this here. body wireframe, okay. So the next one will be the glove wireframe. Okay, let's go here. Okay, we want to look for that. I didn't connect it properly. Let's do that again. Glove wireframe. All right. And I'm going to add this here. I'm assigning it there. Okay. Front scarf wireframe. All right. Add that in. Need one more. Back scarf wireframe. Okay. I need to add that here. Oop, I need one more for the eyes. Back scarf. Okay. So surface shader one more time. Change this to eyes wire. IUV. And I need to add that to both of these. Okay. So now we've done that, and should have. So I don't want to see these ones. I'm just going to turn this off, this off, render this, and that's right. All right. And you'll see this is rendered out right here for the body. All right. The wireframe here is quite light, and this is a little bit darker. Let's go to our render settings, quality, and let's move the quality up to layer override. Create layer override. Let's do it 1, and let's change from Gaussian to Michelle. Let's render this out and see what that looks like. Okay, and so we have the wireframe right here. If we want to make this darker, we can go through, maybe take those, the scarf, back front, and the glove. Let's pull it in here to Photoshop. So duplicate this, multiply, duplicate it again, multiply again. That should darken it. Same thing here. Multiply, multiply. There we go. Duplicate it, multiply, multiply. Let's do even one more. Save those together. Go back to Maya one more time. reload, 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 and let's try and render that out one more time and see how that looks. Alright, so now we can see the wireframe a lot more clearly. So this is one way to maybe get a wireframe so that we can see the low-res wireframe as it is in subdivision mode. Then what I'll do is, when I'm ready for all of this, I'm going to, if I haven't rendered my beauty and my occlusion, I can grab all these, turn them on, and this is going to render out as Impmon wireframe, Impmon occlusion, Impmon beauty, and I go to polygon, I go to rendering, and I say batch render. And that will render all of these out, and we'll see how we can kind of put all these together in a program like After Effects.